Secret codes, lies, government surveillance. How far will some people go to protect the truth? And how far will some go to uncover it? Today we're talking Dan Brown's Digital Fortress. Let's go. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, where today we are talking Digital Fortress by Dan Brown. This book was published in 1998. It is the first book written by Dan Brown, who is more widely known for his Robert Langdon series with the Da Vinci Code and other books in that series. I enjoy that series a lot, and I like Dan Brown as an author. This thriller is something else. Let's dive right into the summary. So, the NSA's code-breaking machine cannot break a code, this mysterious code that it uncovers, and Susan Fletcher, who's a cryptographer, figures out that the NSA is being held hostage by the code, and if released, it could devastate the United States. This code appears impenetrable by the NSA, and they are at a mad dash to figure out who wrote this code and what they can do to stop it. But this is just the appetizer. What lies ahead is deceit, lies, and politics that are involved, all with the ramifications that are worth killing for. This is a great book, kind of a rapid fire of why I like this. Susan is such a great character. It's one you immediately connect with. You're pulling for her in this story. I really enjoyed her character in this thriller. The mysterious code and the aspects around that, plus the little bits of information you get from Dan Brown about the NSA and its code-breaking technology is really interesting. I think the book's pretty riveting in that regard. The premise is kind of both scary and yet entertaining in its theories and premise. I find it a page turner. The plot and pace are just solid throughout. I think Brown's writing really comes through in this book, even being his first released novel. The conclusion, the characters that face these dark truths, their motives, perceptions, the national interest, just the overarching themes that come to a head in this book are very well done and worth reading for. There is a couple excerpts that I wanted to share with you. Everything is possible. The impossible just takes longer. Another one was Who Will Guard the Guards? And then lastly was Force a hand and it will fight you, but convince in mind to think as you want it to think, and you have an ally. And I think those are all both fitting for this entry from Dan Brown. If you haven't read Dan Brown's kind of one-off novels, Digital Fortress is definitely one I think you should read. Obviously, like I mentioned, the Robert Langdon series is great. I find this standalone book just as good as well. I think it stands on its own and definitely worth reading. If you want, please stick around. I have some outtakes. Recording's not easy sometimes, and I figured I would share these with you because I think they're kind of funny and just kind of gives you some behind the scenes of how it may seem easy, but it's certainly not, and I'm definitely not the greatest when it comes to speaking in front of the camera. So I hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Have a good day. Secret codes, government surveillance, lies. How far will some people go to protect the secret codes, lies? How far will some people go to protect the truth or uncover it? Today we're talking oh my God.